Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about how staying too long in the Philippines as a single guy or visiting the Philippines too many times as a single guy can hurt your chances of having a relationship. Stick around. Alright guys, so I am outside here at my condo. I'm in the garden area over by the pool. I'll kind of do a walk and talk as we're going here. It's a Monday. They close the pool on Mondays. It's around noon, and Monday they just do a general cleaning of the whole area. So Monday's pool is off limits. There's the pool behind me, and there's a little jacuzzi behind me as well, and they have a kids pool as well. Let's go over this way here. So what do I mean by visiting the Philippines too many times, or what do I mean by staying too long in the Philippines as a single guy, how that can hurt you finding a serious relationship? Now, it's funny, if you look on the dating apps, sometimes you'll actually find in the description they will sometimes say, if you've been to the Philippines more than once, or if you've visited multiple times, or if you've lived here more than a year, don't bother messaging me. There's a bunch of reasons for that, and when I was on a dating app, I would run across that quite often. So what does that mean? We'll go into that in a little bit more detail here. There's one or two reasons this happens. Either one, the Filipina is a scammer, and she's good enough to know that if a guy has been out here multiple times, or if he's lived here long enough, then he's probably not going to fall for the tricks of I've got the sick grandmother, I need dental work, I lost my cell phone, whatever. The guy's probably not going to fall for it. So they want a guy who is fresh off the boat, never visited the Philippines, or he is just, wet behind the ears. So they want a guy who's never visited the Philippines, or they want a guy who hasn't lived here a long time, so he's still kind of naive to the way things work here in the Philippines. Now here's the other side of the condo here. You can see the street behind me. So I thought it'd be interesting if I just kind of take you along and show you around the grounds of the condo here. So that's one scenario. They want to be able to scam you, take advantage of you, so they want a guy who's new. The second reason for this, I'm going to sit down for a little bit here. Second reason for this is they think, and this is not without good reason, but they think that if you've lived here too long, they automatically would assume that you are just a chick boy and dating multiple women. And that is their thought behind living here maybe more than a year. Like I said, I came across some ads that said, if you've lived here more than a year, don't bother. And again, I think the reason why is either one of two reasons. One, she's a scammer, she wants somebody new. Or two, she truly thinks that the guy is probably not serious, not looking for a relationship, and is probably more of a chick boy. And so that's one reason behind it. The other thing, if the guy has visited the Philippines too many times, then why is he doing all these multiple trips? Is he just coming out, just having a good time and leaving, and not really looking for anything serious? So those are two concerns with Filipinas. Now, this can be true. So it's not without good reason that a lot of Filipinas have come to this conclusion, because often this can be true. If a guy has lived here a long time, he's not in any relationship, or he's visited multiple times, there is a 50-50 chance that he isn't that serious, and maybe he just wants to be single, and maybe he is a chick boy. But there is also, a lot of us guys who don't mind being single, or we enjoy being single, we enjoy dating, or we just haven't found the right one. You know, in the Philippines, just because the dating here is fantastic, just because the dating is much easier, it may be easy to get a date in the Philippines, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy to find the right girl. That's not always the case. By the way, here's the gym behind me. You can kind of see it through the window there. So if you're out here and you do plan on visiting the Philippines and you've been here one time, maybe you met a girl, it didn't work out, or maybe you just came here just because you wanted to visit and see if it's a place you wanted to live, and then maybe you've come out a second time, still maybe looking for the place's perfect location before you settle down and, you know, decide to retire here. Or maybe you came out and met a girl and it didn't work out. Then you might start to get labeled as a chick boy, or somebody who is just a player, or who is not serious, even though it might be totally innocent on why you actually came out here. So be prepared when you do tell some girls that, hey, I've been out here 3 times, and they might not voice this, but in the back of their head, a lot of them are thinking, oh, this guy's not serious. Recently I had a date, and me and the girl got along great. She told her friend, she said, yeah, and they asked how long he's lived here. As soon as they said, oh, he's been out here like 5 years. Well, they said, oh, the guy is a player, he's a chick boy. Automatically got labeled that without knowing any of the reasons why I'm out here. Has nothing to do with that I came out here to go work, or I had a long relationship and it didn't work out. It's just you're automatically guilty. And that happens so often out here, it really does. So if you've lived out here too long, multiple trips, this is just something to expect. Now, are there ways around this? Yeah, you should probably have, you know, I don't want to tell anybody to be deceitful and tell people lie, you know, be honest, but also maybe be much more clear about the reason why you have been here more than a year, or reason why you've been out here multiple times. You might want to come up with, or not come up with, but you may want to tell them, you know, the reason why you've come out here multiple times. I came out here multiple times because I'm looking to retire. I came out here multiple times because I'm looking for the perfect city. Or I came out here and I met a girl and it just didn't work out. I've lived here a year, and you know, I stayed in Cebu, I had a relationship, it didn't work out, you know, what have you. But the point of this video is, you live here more than a year, or you've been out here multiple times, just expect that you're going to get stereotyped, and there's not a whole lot you can do about that. This is the game room, but unfortunately it's closed, or I'd show you. So again, you may not want to be totally forthright at first. If you're on the dating site, maybe just tell them, hey, yeah, I've only been out here one time. Oh, I just arrived. And then maybe kind of just, or maybe not even tell them that. Or, you know, people ask me, hey, how long have you lived here? I say, oh, I've lived here 5 months. Now, they didn't ask me specifically how long I've lived in the Philippines. They just said, how long have I lived here? Meaning Cebu. I've currently been here 5 months. So if somebody asks me that, that's what I tell them. So you will run into a lot of girls. Again, they may not voice it. They may not have that opinion themselves. They may talk to a friend. They may talk to a family member. And as soon as they know you've been out here multiple times, or visited or lived here multiple times, you probably will get that reputation. They're going to look at you a little differently. They're going to look at you, you know, a big warning sign. Now, for those guys who've never come out here and you are looking for a serious relationship, this is your key time. Be aware of the girls who are looking for guys who haven't lived here a long time or who haven't visited multiple times, because a lot of them are the scammer type. And those ones are looking for guys who have never been here, haven't lived here, and they want a guy who's a bit wet behind the ears, a bit naive to the way things work out here. They are easily seduced, I guess you could say, for the lack of better words, by a young, pretty Filipina. And so they will target those. Look for those ads. If you're on the dating site, it's going to happen. One of those two. It's either they're going to, if it does mention that, they're either looking for a guy who's wet behind the ears, or they just automatically think you're a chick boy. And again, a lot of these girls aren't totally wrong. There are a lot of guys who just come out here for multiple visits just to have fun. So it's not, that they get this for no reason. It does happen. It also happens that a lot of guys have lived here a long time and just are serial daters, And unfortunately, those of us guys who are looking for a serious relationship, if you've lived here a long time or come out multiple times, you are going to get thrown into that category. It's just the way things are. But if you guys have had any experiences with that, a girl asking you, how long have you lived here? How many times have you visited the Philippines? There's a reason they ask those two questions. And that Filipina either falls into the two categories. One, she's looking to scam you. Two, she thinks you're a chick boy. So guys, questions, comments, comment down below. Has this happened to you? Have you experienced this? Let me know down in the comments, and we'll have that discussion, guys. I appreciate you watching. Another beautiful day out here at my condo. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Take it